Hi Pisces, welcome to your week ahead tarot with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note about my readings, they are for your sun, moon and descendant signs. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising signs Pisces, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to give you a complete picture of how they speak to you. And more importantly, which part of you I resonate with as a reader. So before we start, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your key to before we get into that, the Intuition Activation webinar is on the 20th of March. So if you would like to get your seat, please hit the link in the description box below. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be talking all things intuition and I think it's going to be great. And there's also, you can bag a couple of goodies as a part of that as well. So it'd be great to have you there. You've got plenty of time and you will be seeing this pop up over the next few weeks anyway. So when we get into it, your key to the week is the Hierophant card. This week, there's something about you choosing to become the authority. This is kind of like, it's almost like when you know, you have that moment where you say, you know what, working for somebody else, you know, having a boss, this doesn't work for me anymore. So this is about you deciding that in some way, shape or form, you are going for the top spot. This is about, and very often it sees you interacting with, you know, with a person of authority, maybe somebody that is a superior to you, maybe even a governing body or a local authority in some way. But this week, the feeling that I get from it is this is you saying, no, you know what, I've done enough. I have earned my stripes. I am ready to do something for myself. I'm ready to take my life, my career, you know, my body, whatever it may be. I'm ready to take this into my own hands and I'm ready to do my own thing with it. For your actions and options this week, you have the Six of Pentacles. So this is likely to do with your finances for a lot of you. Now, if you are making an application for finances, Mercury is now direct. A happy damn birthday to you as well. If you're celebrating this week, remember to fill your day of your solar return with a little bit of everything that you want this whole year, this whole 12-month period to have in it for you. Now, your Six of Pentacles there as well. It feels like there's something to do with the money here. Now, if you are making an application for any sort of finance, it does say that you will get it. I'm just not sure that it kind of feels like you're just not in it for the long haul. There's something about it that kind of says, you know what, yeah, I know this is what I want, but it's not necessarily with the terms and conditions that I want. So it's going to see you really looking at the fine print of something this week. For your communications and conversations, you have the Ten of Cups. This is great, right? So when it comes to the work, for some of you, you could be thinking, right, actually, you know what? I want to start a home-based business. I want to create something that goes on to become an institution. I want to create something that goes on to be known as the go-to person or the go-to place for this, this, and this. The Ten of Cups is a beautiful card and it suggests that your communications this week are going to be easy and harmonious and very likely to really highlight some potentially really amazing or very lucrative opportunities for you. For those of you that work for somebody else, this is you literally coming to the realization that, you know what, I've had a great run of it with what I do or where I'm at, but there is a goal that is outside of this that's going to make me the authority. I'm no longer looking at having a boss, I'm looking at being the boss, which is great. For those of you that work for yourselves, business owners, entrepreneurs, etc., great energy here. What it suggests to me though is that this is about you completing a deal of some sort. So whether this is you working with or alongside a bigger institution, maybe you're getting a big contract of some kind, or maybe in a lot of ways this is you reaching out to your local community, you know, maybe even the local authority. Maybe you're reaching out to them in order to build your business into something bigger than it is, which is actually really nice. And then finally, for those of you that are retired or no longer working, sorry, brain blip, it suggests to me that this week you are working on the home. And in some ways as well, for a lot of you, this is about bringing something new into the home, whether this is a new routine, whether it's a new spiritual practice. There's something that it's almost like you're highlighting the home in some way, and it's almost like it's enhancing your life in general. For your money and materials, you have the Nine of Swords. Okay, so not the easiest of cards. This is where I say to you, it looks like a lot of you are looking at the fine print of a financial decision at the moment. So maybe you're doing the figures and doing the calculations and you don't like what you're seeing. Maybe what's offered to you comes at too high an interest rate. Maybe you have decided, okay, you know what, I'm going to have to go back to the drawing board. What's being offered just doesn't sit right with you, and you are being asked to really observe it this week. Not obsess or, you know, stress yourself out over it, but certainly to look at the fine print. For your physical health and vitality, this would be your kidneys, lower back, your bladder, all of that general area. And again, whenever I give health sort of messages, remember, I'm not a healthcare professional. I can't give you professional healthcare advice. What I can tell you is that the part of the body that's likely to be highlighted under the energy of the card, and that's something that I want you to be kind of aware of. And it's not that area. The area that I am thinking of, I'm afraid, to say, is your hands, your arms, your fingers, all of this kind of general area. Be careful this week, especially because you've got the Ten of Cups, which means like a slip, trip and fall at home, you know, or shutting your finger in a door. All that kind of stuff may come up for you. When it comes to literally the home itself, the Nine of Swords kind of suggests that this week you might have trouble sleeping. There's something about the locality of the home that may be very loud this week. You know, it could be anything from roadworks right through to construction work on a neighbour's home or whatever. For your love and relations, you have the Page of Cups. This is actually a card that for me is ruled by Pisces. And the fact that it comes up here means that a lot of you, for those of you that are single anyway, you are definitely open to the possibility and welcoming love into your life, which is really nice. But it also suggests to me that the big focus at the moment is creating something that you can be proud of. So if you find that your new thing, your new raison d'etre, or where you're putting your passion is into, you know, creating some sort of work or revenue stream for yourself, don't be surprised. And then for those of you that are in partnerships or in relationships, this is you with an open heart. There's a very open-hearted discussion that's taking place this week. For those of you that are married specifically, you could be having a talk about the relationship this week that either changes things or opens up a dialogue on a subject that has maybe been on the table for a while but not really looked at very clearly. There's a sense here that you are able to move forward this week because your heart is open and the other person is also receptive to what it is that you have to say. Going to be an interesting week for you guys. I'd be intrigued to see how it plays out for you. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.